what how we're related. Or we share the same great great grandpa.
I have. Okay, look, I have dementia. Don't make fun of me. Alright, let me, I'm gonna share the stream real quick. At everyone, please do not announce to the server. No.
Now I can't actively like watch the stream. I have to. I ain't got. It'll just echo.
Don't worry, I'm pretty sure I fixed it.
No, like if somebody says something like the comments or anything, can't see them.
Huh? What you talking about?
I don't have a microphone, so it's just gonna echo back through my phone. So they're gonna be hearing the thing over and over again.
Then mute the stream.
I reckon.
Yeah, that's what I do. I always have stream muted. Oh, just chatting. Alright. Salute emoji. Alright. So, we're here today. Brought to you by, a co-star. A person I have known for years on end, it feels. Someone I can rely on. Someone who has my back. Someone who I can fall on when times get tough. My cousin, Garrett.
Hello.
uh, as the title says, this is a just chatting stream. Nothing special. I'll be interacting with chat as well, because, you know. So basically, we don't really have a topic for today. We're just kind of going off of whatever we feel. Uh, I think for the few people that are actually here, I'm going to talk about my current streaming situation. You following him? That doesn't seem very nice. Shush. So, as you may know, I've been doing a lot of voice acting streams and whatnot. As I said in a tweet, that's because so far it's just what's easiest for me. I can it's simple, it's easy, doesn't take much effort to do. And with school and all, again, it's just what's easiest. Hi, hello, hi, Germa. Welcome, welcome. I talked to Garrett about this extensively. I add. Um, I even talked about like how I feel like the stream quality is negated when there's not like a co-star with me. Um, I even mentioned why I don't have like sure I have a lot of people at my disposal, I guess, but there's there's pros and cons to each one, you know? Garrett here has agreed to be a voice actor, but um, he does not currently have a microphone. He's on his phone at the moment. Ain't that right?
Yep. It's gonna be a while before I do any voice acting. But
Yeah. Yeah. Um, That being said, uh, it's just as I said to him, I feel like I'm at a little bit of an impasse. I guess you could say. Um, I mean, I love pros and cons. Yeah, like with Hollow. Not to speak behind their back. I mean, I guess they can just you can just clip it and send it to them, because you know. But just like Hollow, right? They were a good voice actor, right? But what prevents me from immediately accepting them as a voice actor is because of the voice inconsistency. They kept getting like too quiet and stuff. I had to constantly remind them to like speak up or get closer to the mic, and it's just very. Again, it's not their fault. I understand that, but I feel like it just takes away from the viewer experience, because that's what I really care about. It's the viewer experience. That's why I work so hard to give you guys what you want, despite not necessarily being able to give you guys what you want. Um, like a few days ago, I say a few days ago, like a week ago, I tried to play a glitch attraction, and I forgot the other one, but it was laggy, kept crashing, whatnot, and overall, all the higher end games like that are just not very good. It's not easy at the moment, because again, all I have is a laptop. Hello, Patrick. I'm currently spieling my heart out about streaming and my current situation with it.
Might get a little sappy.
Yeah, yeah, might get a little sappy, but it's just I feel like I'm at a loss, you know. Um, I feel like death. I mean, in this day and age, who doesn't, you know? Not sound grim or anything, but like, you know, um,
It's a little grim.
yeah,
You just gotta accept it.
yeah. It's just one of the facts about life. You just gotta accept and move on, you know? Can't dwell on it, because if you dwell on it, it's gonna weigh you down. Tell you that. I I know that better than I think most people. I feel I've dwelled on a lot of things that I probably shouldn't. That aside, I have many friends. I feel, but none of them would be open to voice acting, and those who are, I can't trust enough. You know, to maintain within the line. All right, Frederick, call me down with that. Calm down. Yeah. Clit, your your scathing review on Hollow. This will be delivered to your doorstep. Better run. No, I am open about it. Hell, I'm gonna criticize you next. See,
Oh,
one of Dino is my first ever approved Kona original voice actor. Congrats, by the way, for being the first one approved. And so far, the only one approved, actually. Um, The thing about you is you're an excellent voice actor. I love what you do. I love the enthusiasm, the heart you have behind voices. But there's always a but. Sometimes you can step out of line with some of the comments and jokes you can make, which is fine. I can always just correct you and move on, right? Besides, the jokes you make, jokes and comments, I mean, are not too outlandish. They're, they're tolerable, I feel. Has there voice acted with you? Patrick, I don't even remember which one you were. Look, I'm gonna be blunt. I'm having a hard time linking username to username, and they're all different. And with how people aren't regulars on stream, like I don't think I've seen you in at least 2 or 3 streams. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, yeah. I mean, again, no hard feelings. It's just something to be aware of, and it's why I don't have some of my other friends who are willing to voice act on there, because they can make very out-of-pocket comments, and I mean very out-of-pocket comments that can easily get me banned. And then another issue is, time frames. Sorry, Trooper. It's hard for me to watch streams. Severe ADHD. Fair enough. That's fair enough. I cannot blame you.
Hard to make streams too, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, what more do I have to say? So far, I've done, yeah, it's hard to link up when you are across the globe. Exactly. That's where I was trying to go. Yep. Time zones, time frames. Yep. Which is where another problem comes in, alright? The times that I stream. That's another hard one. I've been trying to keep it consistent, right? Start stream at X time, end it a few hours later. I've been trying to stream in the afternoons in Central, but the problem is, no one here really is from Central Time. And what's even worse is I feel like I've done a later night stream at one point, but no one showed up. And I mean, like, it was probably like maybe 10, 11 o'clock. No one. It was barren. Just fund my trip to America by giving me credit card info. Unfortunately, not currently. Not currently. I dropped it. Ignore that. Yeah. Yep.
We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about the things we discussed about trying to get time zones. Stream time.
Right. I just don't know how to do that, Like, what's the most effective way to do that? So, Garrett and I talked about, like, doing a poll to see, like, what time zones people are in. Because I get that we're all across the globe and whatnot, and one time is inconvenient for another, and so on and so forth, yada yada yada. And there's not going to be a specific sweet spot, if you will. But I don't want my streams to be limited to a select amount of people because of an unfortunate global placement, you know? I get what you mean. It's hard to stay motivated when streaming. So when you have no one show up, I'm speaking from experience, it's best to try and keep going if you feel like it's worth it. Yeah. That's actually why I stopped streaming on my last channel. Yeah. No one showed up and stuff. And what really gets my gears going for this one is in the beginning, people joined my streams, alright? I try to catch streams when I can, but responsibilities and time zones definitely stop that sometimes. Yeah, and I can't blame you. But what often gets to me is people that used to catch my streams do not catch my streams anymore. And when they do catch my streams, it's just to tell me to check something or to look at something. And then they leave. It's hard to explain how that makes me feel because I don't express it outright. But when someone joins the stream just to tell me to check Discord and then leave, that kind of stings, actually. It stings a lot. And I'm not going to call anyone out, because I could go naming names, but no names shall be named. And it's just, it's very demotivating. Why would someone do that? What the... It's happened more than you think, man. It's happened more than you think. Like people saying like people join streams for a little bit in the beginning, and then they're like, "Hey, I'm gonna go do this other thing. I'm gonna go play Minecraft or whatever." And it's like, okay, have fun. But like, you know, it's. I understand that you want to do something else, but like,
it's still aggravating.
yeah, it really hurts. It does. It really does. Yeah, joining a stream and just be like, watch X and leaving is extremely odd. It's not even odd. It's just downright rude to me. It's just downright rude, and especially for like small streamers where every like okay, I know I'm a small streamer, right? This doesn't go for every streamer, of course, but I try to be as like community active as I physically can. I do polls. I ask you guys what you want to see. I try to do them even if I don't think I can. I try to do so much for you guys, but it's hard to do. It's hard to give when you just don't get that same energy back. You know? Like in the beginning, people like supported me. Everyone was like, "Yippee! Hooray!" And now it's just like 3-4 people catch my streams now. Few of them are here to stay. Some of them leave within the first few minutes. And that's fine. That's fine. But like, it's just it's hard to keep giving if I don't. With the Discord, right? In the Discord, it's a great place. It's active. It's relatively lively, but behind the screen, I'm like, these people supported me at one point. They caught my streams. They laughed at my jokes. They let me entertain them. But then they just stop. And they just stop. And it's very demotivating. Very, very demotivating. Like, I know I don't catch streams often, and that's my fault. But, like, I would rather have Harris blocked, fair, than tell someone to check a social. Unless it's life or death type. Yeah. Yeah, like, you could at least wait after stream. Or, like, you could at least stay for a few minutes, interact with me a little bit. Because that's what I want. I want the interactions. I want to entertain you guys, but it's hard to entertain you guys if you don't. If you're not present, how am I supposed to entertain you? That's my problem. Like, it's like a circus with no viewers. How can a clown entertain a crowd if there is no crowd? You get what I mean? Because
Yeah, it's the one clown. It's not.
Because
You might be the clown, but who? I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, it's like a circus can't run off of no viewers. A circus can't run with no patrons. Eventually, they'll go bankrupt and they'll close. So far, I feel like a circus running its way to bankruptcy. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't plan to stop streaming for a long time. But that isn't to say that my content will probably seem a little more lackluster, without better terms. If I join a stream, if I'm not active in it, I'm still gonna be there to the end. If it's nothing else, just to continue helping and supporting you. Yeah. Yeah. And I appreciate that. I do appreciate viewers. But again, it's for me, it's not about the views. Again, it's about interactions. I love interacting with you guys. And honestly, that's why I actually ended last stream. The one where I was practicing my voice acting. I wanted to keep going. Hell, that's why I'm streaming now. I wanted to keep streaming, but there was no one to talk to except myself. I knew there were people watching, but what does that matter if I can't talk to them, if they don't engage? Because to me, streaming is not just about making people happy. It has to be a mutual effort to me, because I've learned over the years that you can't entertain if you yourself is not happy. Right? I've learned that the hard way. I do enjoy your content and your personality, but I'm a sporadic can't focus. I do also like interacting with them focused in. Yeah. I always try to be as active as I can. Why would I even come here if not watch a streamer? Do a thing or interact with the streamer. Sometimes it feels like I'm the only one in the chat. And that's what I mean. Like, I know people are watching. I know people are here with me, but it's like, you ever heard the analogy or the term, you feel alone in a room full of people? That's how it feels. I'm in a room with people in it, but I just feel alone in it. I know people are there. I know they're watching, but it just feels so barren. ADHD is a bitch. I'm not sorry for interrupting. I'm not trying to shame you. I'm not. It's like I'm getting chewed up. I'm not trying to shame you. I'm not trying to like make you feel bad. I'm just, I'm just saying. All right. I'm just can't keep emotions bottled up. All right. Can't keep emotions bottled up. I'm trying to be honest with you guys. Um, because honesty is, no matter how much it hurts, it is the best thing. Conan is motherly, not according to Twitter, but I know the truth. Yeah, yeah. It's just I want to be honest with you guys. Sometimes that honesty is going to hurt, but in the end, it's best. It's better than leaving you guys in the dark. Childbirth arc when? I, no comment. No, no comment. Um,
I mean, you could give a comment. It's not that hard.
no, no comment. Um, Garrett, you've been pretty silent. I want your opinions on the topic while I go get some water. I'll have my headset on. I'll be able to hear you.
No, no, no. You can
Just,
stay. You can stay right here.
Huh?
Did you leave?
Hold on.
Um, I think you could do a lot of stuff with polls and stuff. You can once again go back to getting when everybody's available. Then you can have polls of. I guess you already kind of do that on Twitter. Have people suggest stuff, and the one
Yeah,
that suggests the most goes in the polls, and people can vote on them.
yeah, and that's another thing I want to kind of bicker about. I do all these polls and I get so many votes, but when I do what they want, they don't show up. Even whenever I announce the time beforehand, they just, and I know more people share similar time zones, right? They just don't show up. And it kind of feels. I'm trying to think of the right word. It doesn't like I'm not mad or sad about it. It's just it feels. I feel bad for the people who actually do catch my streams. Like, what did they vote for? What did they want to see? Not what did the people who voted but didn't show up want to see? You know? Like, I think Dino today actually. He wanted to see It's So Alone in here, I think. Something along the lines, but I didn't play it because it was outvoted. And then not only did that not get played, which I do plan on playing it soon, I didn't even end up doing the Everlasting Summer stream for a long time because I didn't have anyone else with me. No one was interacting, no one was talking. I looked at the viewer count numerous times and it was extremely low. So it's just like people people wanted it, but they just didn't show up to see it. And it's very conflicting. It's like It's like I get told one thing, I do it, but in reality, they just want. Life feels sticky. I'm gonna troop through it. You don't have to be here, man. I'm just saying that. No way. Welcome, Benjamin. It would have been cool to see. Yeah. When did you play? You mean Nikki? I would have showed up, but I might have been asleep. Same time as I usually do, I think. About 3 p.m. Central Time.
Have you ever thought of branching out to other places like Twitch or TikTok and promoting on there?
I I've wanted to go and expand upon like platforms, but a lot of the platforms, 'cause you see, I have voted on if we want to see YouTube or Twitch, and YouTube won every time. I've done like I think Fury, get out of here. You're being weird. See, I've done like 3 polls expressing if they want to be on Twitch or YouTube. Every single one of those polls have been voted for YouTube. Did they even ever plan to show up, I wonder? Like, I have to wonder if those voters ever plan to show up. It, I don't think they did. That's what really pisses me off. You can do both truthfully. I don't want to do both. That's the thing. I don't have the willpower to do both at the moment, nor the hardware power to do both. It's just, it's just, it's just. I try to give people what they want, but truthfully, I think I might just start in my eyes as a creator myself. It helps do both at the start. Yeah, I, I guess. Maybe not at the same time, but just alternate streams. I did vote for Twitch, but truthfully, wherever you stream, it's fine. Hey, off-tangent question. Was my childbirth arc message pinned? Yes. Yes, it was. That was funny as hell. That was funny. In all honesty, I might actually switch to Twitch. I'm gonna be honest. Funny messages get pinned. Yes. Yes, they do. Um, I plan on how to say this. Cause you see, Twitch. Twitch is more accustomed to community streaming. It has all the quirks and the doodads and the whatsits and the doohickeys. There's shiny toys to play with. But at the same time, it's also more complicated to me. It's less people use it, which at this point I don't really care because I don't get many people to begin with. And I feel like if I switch to Twitch before it's too late, I will have a better time because it's so much more community based. there is a there's this feeling on Twitch. You join a stream and it's like everyone shares a single brain cell. There's just like that togetherness that this Twitch community has with its streamers. And that's what I really want. I want that togetherness. I want the relationship between chat and streamer to be tight. I want a chain between us. It was basically made for streaming, so it makes sense why it's simply better for streaming. Meanwhile, YouTube pivoted into that due to Twitch. True. I don't know for me, Twitch is kind of clanky. It is clanky, but you know, I feel like you get the ability to be seen more, and you can interact with your community more. Yeah, and that's what I really want. I want
Fury has approached.
Fury. Welcome.
I got bored of typing in chat. That's the only reason why I'm here.
Yeah, yeah.
To be honest.
I'll actually currently change the video thing.
You know, I probably won't be here long.
Okay, alright. Fair enough. You never really are, to be honest. Go on.
What did you just say?
Nothing. Go on. Go on. Go on.
So, I post on YouTube. I post videos on YouTube. I plan to be posting VODs on YouTube. And now that I can do in my spare time when I'm not streaming.
Yeah.
I stream on Twitch. And
Yep.
what I do for TikTok, because I do get followers from TikTok, I post a video of like just my monitor. I go back and forth between my monitors, or because I have 4, of like showing my game, showing the Twitch, showing the this, that, the other, showing the Discord of the people that I'm playing with, whatnot, right? Not only showing the actual server, just showing like the pictures of the people, like how you see now if you look over at the call currently, and that's what I do for like TikTok, and the first few minutes I get a couple hundred views, not even. Or not even the first few minutes, it's just really fast. You get some views from that. Now, not all people like watch it and join in, but I've had a few people come and join in. And Twitch rewards you a lot faster than YouTube does. You can actually start making money on Twitch a lot faster than YouTube does. Not saying that that's your main goal with content creation.
In all honesty,
the money that I get from Twitch, I put it back into my setup.
Yeah. For what I've been saying about, I don't want to really make money as a primary factor.
Yeah, you just want to have fun.
I do, but
you also
at such an early stage with school and currently being unemployed, having that extra money would be really nice.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
It would be really nice, and I actually have a proper card too, so like an actual account. There are some games that have a Twitch mode which can enhance the experience for the viewer. Really? I might have Fury, if you be so inclined. Help me set up a Twitch channel.
Help, yeah. I do have a question. Do you use OBS or Streamlabs?
I use OBS.
Okay. Now, I don't use OBS. I prefer Streamlabs. I feel like it's just much more user friendly. It's just palated more.
See, I've used both, and I like OBS more. Oh. Get that bag, Queen. Thank you.
But I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I can try and help you. I just can't help you with the OBS side of the situation. I don't know how to do it.
No, really, all I need help with is actually setting up the Twitch channel. Because again, I don't know how all that shiny gadgets, like redeems and stuff, all that, super chats and stuff. Ugh, it's just that's really what shied me away from it. To be honest, it's all the excess how-to and.
Believe it or not, it's actually much simpler than it seems.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you've tuned into a few of my streams, right? I know you have at least once or twice. Maybe it was a little way back, but
Yeah, I have tuned into a few of your streams. Yes.
it's. I mean, you can kind of see them. Have you tuned in since I've been affiliate, like where you can do the bits and all that? Sub?
I know I have seen streams when you have been able to receive donations.
The donations never really work, truthfully. It's good. So, like with the channel points, you don't make any money off channel points. Just saying that out that that's just a thing so your community can interact with you more. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fun having those. Like I have a workout one, I have a hydrate one, I have a I have an unmod one of my friends for three streams or 3 days or something like that. You know, he's my main mod, and you know they cause him to be unmodded. It's gonna be a lot of hectic for me, and they get to watch and have fun with it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I tend to stream a lot with people, with some friends. I what got me to affiliate and what's made me a decent chunk more popular was I speedran Portal 2. I started streaming and was said, fuck it, I'm going to speedrun. By speedrun, I mean I'm going to have my chat help me speedrun Portal 2. And at first I was just learning a few mechanics, just playing normally. And then I finally got like 3 good runs in, and each time I did a run, I got better and better. I moved up almost 100 spots each time. And now I'm like 600 something on this Portal 2 speedrun leaderboard.
Nice.
But just with that, like I beat a few of the people who were helping these PBs, and you know, because I had more than one person helping me, but I had them in the call, and they were also talking to the chat, shit like that. It was nice. You know, if you want to find like a niche thing to do that not many people watch, but some people watch a lot, go ahead and do that, because that can give you a small following pretty quick.
I've kind of already been doing that with my voice acting streams, actually.
Yeah. It does help a lot. And it's like with the Portal 2 thing, I need to stream it more, because I could actually get a lot better in the community, and I could have more than just 20 people or 10 people watch me at a time. But like I went from having a consistent maybe 2 viewers, to having 9, 6, 8, 10, 12, I got up to 15 one time for a while, and that was nice. It gives you that ability to take in criticism, help give feedback, change your stream to where it appeals to people more and more.
Yeah.
I set up a streaming Discord. That's what you have here. That's nice. That's smart.
Yes.
But I did what I did while only streaming on Twitch. More recently, I've done the TikTok thing, and I've gained a few followers just from that alone, faster than I did when I was first starting out with Twitch. I think faster than I ever have. You just streaming on YouTube. YouTube doesn't promote stuff for smaller streamers. Barely. Usually with streamers, barely at all. You have to be posting videos as well, like a lot. Twitch, you can sort by category, do all that, and actually find who does stuff like that. And oftentimes, people will go to the smaller streamers so they can interact with them. They can feel like they're noticed and shit. They don't want to go to the streamers that have 20,000 viewers and shit like that consistently. And it's like, well, I'll never actually be seen,
Yeah.
So yeah, streaming's something I need to do more often, but it is hilarious. Yes. Don't use hydrate, Kona. I will drown you.
Look,
you don't even know. I had somebody give me 50 hydrates within the span of a minute. This is when I was using a 2.5 gallon water jug. I had to end stream because I drank a gallon of water in less than like 10 minutes, I think.
Look, I already drowned myself as is. You don't understand how many bottles of water I drink a day. I drink at least 6, 7, maybe even 8 bottles of water a day. And if I'm doing a voice acting stream, at 7, 8 can turn to 9 and 10. I drink so much water.
Do you have Portal 2 on your computer?
I do not.
I was just thinking, some people do like watching the Portal 2 co-op mode, like a lot, compared to Portal 2 single player. If you'd be interested, if it's still cheap right now, I would probably buy it for you. It's still like $1 usually, and then you and I can play it.
I kind of want to stray away from like bigger games like that, because then
It's a smaller game for people watching now. I will say that.
I
It's
know, but
not.
I mean like
You don't want to do. You want to do less AAA, more like indie games.
yes, absolutely.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I get that.
Because I'm not the biggest
Um,
AAA fan. Just say that.
Fair enough. I get that. I that's gonna slow you down a lot, sadly. But I
I
mean, I
do not
understand.
care, because
It
I do not care about being slow. All I want is a
you
smaller
wanna
community.
you want a smaller community, and that
Absolutely.
smaller community is still large enough. I mean, hell, you playing that game on stream or something like that. That the game creator might come out and say like, "Yo, what's poppin'?"
True,
Not
yeah.
large enough, but I mean, yeah, that'd be nice.
Actually, one of them already has.
Nice.
I played the Indigo Parallel demo a few days ago, and the creator of the game was like, "Thank you for playing the game. I hope you like get the full game soon." I was like, "Absolutely. I'd love to stream it more." And we even had like a full on like back to back like reply conversation. It was very pleasant person running that account. I'll say that. Very pleasant person.
Nice.
They actually subscribed to me too.
I gotta run for a bit. I'll be back later though, okay, man?
Copy that.
I got no idea what was just said right now.
Yeah, you wouldn't, but let's just say hopefully I'm gonna be switching platforms and it will be better for all of us. It'll be better for all of us.
I will say this: like, there's some YouTubers and I watch. They have a completely different
Really?
community on Twitch compared to YouTube. Like, they have, like, they say they have a Twitch, and like, what? No, like 90% of them don't even know
Really?
they do it on both
I mean,
platforms.
if I switch to Twitch, I'm staying on Twitch. That's just it. Like I might upload videos to my YouTube, but I won't be streaming on it. Not anymore.
Have you thought about doing any like real life content?
One day, yes.
Like, I know the fair's coming up. I
True.
guarantee you that if you either take some videos or take some picture of that, you go.
True.
Because normally we end up going every year.
It's true. It's true, actually. Um. Hold on. I'm trying to see something. Slurp, slurp, slurping. Drinking the ocean. Bottles for the bottle throne. Delicious salt water. I will continue drinking it. See, this is what I love. This is exactly what I love. You guys are just going crazy in the chat. This this is what I've been missing. This is exactly what I've been missing.
I
Look,
have an idea, but I don't know if it'll be very effective. Going back and looking at your old stuff that you did years ago,
mm-hmm.
and the ones that got a lot of views and a lot of people interacting in the comments. See how, rewatch that stream and see what you did in it.
No, I left that oldie
Because
behind.
that.
We're gonna make gonna look like a sopping wet cat by the time we're done. Alright. Tomorrow may be my last stream on YouTube. Be there or be square. Or don't be there at all. I don't know. Be there or be square.
What time? Like, I might not be able to be at that one.
If not, that's fine. Tomorrow I plan on doing an all-day stream.
It's gonna be all day then.
Yep, I plan on doing an all-day stream. I mean, like 6, 7, maybe even an 8-hour stream.
Oh, we're going back to the old school. I think you need to be concerned.
Yeah.
Your family's being threatened now.
Yep. Kona's last stream, emotional. Patrick was the best voice actor. Gone wrong. The Chinatsu voice they did was so convincing. I can't wait to voice actor with you. Never have and most likely won't. So watch to the end. I played the role of background noise. Thank you for the background. I should start actually tagging you in the whenever I do voice acting streams, I should start like tagging people saying like what they played, and I'm gonna tag you and just say background noise. We couldn't have had this stream without you, Patrick. Goofy. My goodness, please do that. I'll tell you what, on the actual, like, I can't be shackled by the restraints of voice acting. I need free-form, much like jazz or interpretive jazz. Like that Patrick meme, freeform jazz. Man.
I wonder if the rules on Twitch are any different.
They are.
Like the way you can speak and stuff, because if they are any different, then you might not have to worry as much.
I think they might actually. Okay. So the thing about. Oh, hold on. I'll be right back. So basically, what were we talking about?
Rules.
Oh, right. So I know they do have different rules. I say I'm not sure. I know there's like the basic stuff, you know, but I'll have to double check it. Oh, overlook it, if you will. But either way, I am switching to Twitch. That's just the short of it. I'm gonna be switching, and whoever doesn't like me switching can suck an egg.
They probably aren't listening to begin with.
Exactly, they probably weren't watching to begin with. Man, it's just like my voice actor. Background noise. I mean, I have that deep voice. I'm basically the accents guy, what can I say? True. I'll be the Spanish voice actor. Yeah, I've been practicing accents. Oh, I'll suck some eggs. You're not gonna switch over to Twitch, broski doodle, broski doodle. I'll suck all the eggs. Skelly boy better turn into a fucking skeleton. Why are you
Where are you seeing some of this?
the chat? I have live chat open.
I do too, and half the stuff you're reading ain't there.
What can I say? You gotta suck an egg. Stop with the reactions. Why are you reacting? There's nothing to react to. Look. It's Kona imagining viewers. No, I'm not.
I think you are.
No, I'm not.
I don't see a single thing about no egg.
Has Kona truly gone mad? No, I have not. I am not. Stop with the reactions! Schizo stream time. I'm not my mom. Can't tell me what to do. I'll react. Don't say fingussy. That's just weird. Like I'm glad you guys were here to listen to me rant and stuff. It means a lot more than you probably think. The fact that you sat through my blabbering and complaining. It does mean a lot. Huh, Ussy? Don't say anything, Ussy. That's just weird. You know? No, I don't know. In time, Broscrony? Fingussy. Stop saying Fingussy. I think I would ask you to elaborate, but I'm scared. Yeah, please don't elaborate. Um, I'm going to. Alright. Hold on. Starting tomorrow. No, tomorrow will be my last stream on YouTube. For I am switching to Twitch. I know what the poll said, but da, 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 da. That the I think that Twitch will provide me with a closer community and better community interactions. Which is ideally what I want. I will attempt a 6 to 8 hour stream tomorrow as my last stream on YouTube. There we go. Which is ideally what I want. Sorry for I don't know. There we go. Post. Pin that. Ta-da! Ooh, Mental Asylum stream. It's like that one meme. If Kona has 100 viewers, I am one of them. If Kona has 5 viewers, I am one of them. If Kona has a viewer, I am that viewer. If Kona has 0 viewers, I have died. Poetic. If you're my mom, you miss a lot of birthdays and a lot of money. I don't know what that means. We are just kidding. Yeah, I'll be on Twitch log. I open my relic of a Twitch account. Drowned rat Kona Arcwen. Sounds good. We use too much hydrate. Drowned Kona in water. Yeah, you better be sorry for whatever you are sorry about. Yeah, I cut the sorry part because I'm not. I'm not sorry. If you're a real Kona fan, you'll be there. You'll be there. I'm actually going to make an announcement on this too, since it's a pretty important big change, I feel. Announcements. At everyone. My last stream on YouTube. Huh? What was that?
Be sure that when you might post an announcement, it's actually dinging people and it's not, and notifications are actually on.
They are on. I'll try to make it 6 to 8 hours. Hopefully. And it will be my farewell gift before I move over to Twitch. Yippee! I have to add the yippee. I will be there, boss man. All is quiet again. All is quiet again on the Western Front. I'll be there, boss man. I'm whittling cold.
I accidentally closed out of Discord, so it all went quiet. I thought you just stopped talking.
I try to keep talking, normally.
Well, I didn't realize that it did.
Gonna have to clean that profile. 24-hour stream when? No idea. Whenever school is out, that's when. Nah, it's just a small change. Like, you're just changing the entire platform you're streaming on. Pretty small change. Yeah, man. You know. It's a small change. Small change. Who is all that reacted? Oh, actually, a few people reacted. Interesting. Hold on, copy link. I need to. Here's open. Garrett has a voice of someone who has seen war. Garrett has a voice of someone who has seen war and looks into the fire and tells you about them assaulting Normandy.
Thank you for that.
He does. He does. I mean, I kind of agree with that. Still watching my medically given dose of Kona just on Twitch. I give it confetti. Confetti! Yeah, yeah. So, we're changing the stream model with this one. We are, technically, actually. Let me open my Twitch account real quick. I want to see what actually needs changing and stuff. It's been a long time. Oh man, I still have the Marley profile picture. Oh, a lot needs to be changed. Oh man. Garrett seems like a normal 16-ish year old, but sounds like an 80-year-old nom vet.
He actually guessed right.
Yeah, you're actually not that far off. Like, scarily, you're not that far off. Garrett also just sounds like a name that some war vet would have. True. Honestly, after the stuff he's seen with me, he basically is a war vet. Which would also make me
I've suffered along since first grade.
True. First grade. Man, has it really been that long ago?
It was the summer of first grade.
Summer first grade. Wow.
You were in second grade and I was in first grade.
Yeah, I was second, he was in first. Yeah, oh man. That is crazy thing. It's been that long. Wow. Time
How long
flies.
has that been?
Pardon?
How long has that been? I wonder.
Well,
I did the math on that one.
I don't know. I'm guessing it's around your age, and you sound like you around 16, 17. Really? You think I sound 16, 17? You're probably the first person that actually guessed right. I am 17. Yep.
You sounded the same since you were like 14.
True. I basically have the same voice. I've had the same voice for like five years. Patrick stalking you confirmed. Also, great job doing the voice acting and the background noise and microphones, Patrick. Good work. The war. The horrors. Minor spelling mistake. Yep. You know what that means. Minor spelling mistake. Real quick, let me actually, there we go. There's that. I'm also going to be pinning that. And now I have to do a lot of customizing. Customize channel. Oh man, that's a lot of new. So currently it is Peaceful Kona. I do plan on changing it to Kona Kona eventually. First things first, I need to change my profile picture. Upload photo. It should be, yeah, rows no highlight. Save. Yep, there we go. Choose an accent to highlight. Let's do like a, yeah. Look, it's not hard to guess. I don't know, people ain't getting it. True. Get followed, nerd. It pulled me out of stream. Why is your schedule just Roblox playing crazy on Twitch? It's funny. I can smell my BF. I am ecstatic. By the way, don't ask what the custom image is. I don't know. I need. Where's the grassy field edit? Yeah. This one. Player. Save changes. Schedule. Let me actually look at my schedule. Yeah, look at that. Delete that. I don't know. Look, what it smell? You're that bear shredding. It is. He is. I guess I'm Skelly Boy on Twitch. 16th one to be exact. Skelly Boy 16. Oh, there's new settings too. Guest star. I can actually have guest stars. Really? Really? Interesting. Settings. Moderation. Interesting. Alerts.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
You heard it here, folks. He will be right back. Oh no. Interesting. So there's alerts and stuff. Settings. Yeah. Moderations are new. Really? Interesting. Guest star extensions. Content community analytics. Alert stream manager. Interesting. I'm a discount therapy in Twitch, but you'll know by how I talk. Oh, discount therapy. I can actually do it in the Discord. You should. Carrots on the trees talking. Probably. All right. So
I'm back.
he's back. Were the trees talking, buddy boy?
And the bushes.
And the bushes. Oh.
And the spider holes in the ground.
Oh, yikes. I don't actually have the Discord. How could it be? The Discord is actually fairly private. I don't have it public anywhere. I've only privately and it will probably actually stay that way. Molly's campsite. Alright, invite people. I'm gonna make a link, okay? I'm making a link. It will be here. There it is. I'm deleting it in 30 seconds. Alright? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, possibly. 17, if you're so inclined. I think we're on 20 now. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. It's gone. I hope that worked. It didn't work? What do you mean it didn't work? What do you mean it didn't work? I was on Twitter. Yeah, you have my Twitter. I'll give it to you there. It didn't work. Oh god. Yeah. Don't worry. You have my Twitters. Even if not, it's linked in my description, I do believe.
Okay, now I have Twitch, so.
Yeah! Bravo! Bravo! Alright, we're just gonna... It didn't work. You guys have my Twitters. We have a welcome. Welcome, Benjamin. Very cool. Blah, blah. Sure, why not? Round of applause for Twitch. Yep, round of applause. Cause I forget I have it. That's fine. You don't have to be active on the Discord. That's completely fine. Hell, Garrett here isn't even active on the Discord. I don't know what he does, in all honesty.
I check it every now and then, and I go through there.
He's what we call
and I make a
lurker.
I make a rare appearance every now and then.
True. Mostly in the art channel, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've posted more. Actually, did I give you the cool artist role? I did.
Yeah, you gave it to me.
Welcome to the zone. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Tell you what, it's actually getting fairly late. 8:43 p.m. I might go ahead and stream and get ready for bed because exciting day tomorrow. A long stream ahead of me. A long stream ahead of me. I might have guests open. Of course, not everyone's allowed because I am still very cautious about what people say. But you know. I usually sleep the periods where it's active, but you know. That's how it is sometimes. What?
You've almost made it an hour and a half.
I mean, yeah, I've had a lot to say. Imagine having a healthy sleeping schedule. I don't. I'll catch what I can since early school. Isn't tomorrow? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, you have. It's Sunday for you, ain't it? It's Sunday for you. Wow. Hold on. I have a
Was
sound
they in
effect for
like
this.
Australia or something?
They are in, I do believe, Croatia.
Oh,
Yeah. Am I correct?
couldn't even tell me where to point that at on the map.
Yeah, it's not a very popular place your people are from, huh?
Mm-mm.
Sunday is the worst and best day. Agreed. Pikmin. Han. Pikmin. What is this one? Right. Pikmin. Correct. Correct. Croatia. Of heavy machinery. Yes, I would love to see heavy machinery. We have actually a channel for extra photos like that. Put them in media. In media. I'm sorry, I can't support Skelly. I'm a proud Albanian nationalist. This is a good. A goof. Interesting. I heart looking in stream for several hours at a time. Purpley green. I can tell. I don't recognize your name. I'm a Croatian nationalist. Not really. It's raining. It's raining. Alright. Well. Either we can, do something. Actually, you know what? I think... I've promised you guys a story numerous times. But I never actually gave you a story. I'm far more talkative on Twitter, to be honest. Fair enough. You guys want a story while I'm here? Go to sleep, child. You need it. Not yet. Not yet. I don't even know most of the people here. Or I do. They're just differently named on Twitter. Yeah, that's my problem. It's like I'm hesitant to say that I don't know them because I don't know. Like, I try to keep my names alike through all my social medias and stuff. So it's not like, story time. Hell yeah. So it would be like a podcast. Yep. So, what story do you guys want to hear? I will read it.
How about a story, a real story? That are you doing like fairy tale stories or personal stories?
Ooh.
Do a personal story.
I'm terrible at keeping my names consistent. Or War and Peace. I'm not gonna read War and Peace. Really? You both want to hear me read? Look, I will, but it's not a long story. I want like a medium-sized story. You guys are. You're so. I. I don't. I don't even know sometimes. I don't even know. I will be waiting here for an answer. I don't have any ideas but Goose. I don't know many stories. Alright, Garrett, what story do you recommend?
Do you know the Odyssey?
The Odyssey. Nope, but I'll look it up.
It's too long.
Is it?
To look it up, it's gonna take you too long.
Do
I
I
already know what it is.
Do I just read Go the fuck to sleep then? Do I... Is that really going to be the story that I read?
What?
They want me to read. Read us the Iliad. Iliad?
Either way's fine. I don't think that would be that's even longer than the Odyssey.
Come on, I need a shorter... Guys.
I don't think he knows what the Aeneid is.
I don't know what the... Read the Freddy Fazbear books. I actually have some, but they're not opened, and I don't plan on opening them either. Tell you what, I'm actually
Tell the story how you came up with your name.
Kona Kona?
Sure.
Well, you see, it was actually given to me by my Twitter community. I asked them what names I should change to, because since I wasn't actually Marley Atkins and I got tired of playing as him, and they pretty much unanimously said Kona Kona. And I've gotten so attached to it, I've just kind of gone by that. Ugh, let's see.
Do you remember the OSS?
The OSS?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The Discord server?
No, I don't. Oh, wait, yes. I think. No. I have dementia.
It was the one we were on in like 2020 during COVID.
I think so.
It was only 3 people.
Alright. No, I don't. Also, I have a book here. One of my personal books, mind you. Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe. I'm reading Missing Pieces by Carly Ann West. But first, I'm going to take some water. Garrett, entertain the small crowd.
I don't really feel like entertaining a small crowd of 4 people.
Then speak some knowledge, my friend.
You speak some knowledge. It's your stream.
You're my co-star.
I'm the silent co-star.
You hear
Tell you
this?
about my days in Vietnam.
This guy is gonna be a voice actor someday. Can you believe that?
Say some interesting stuff in the chat so I can comment about that. I know they still made glass eyes. Whose heartbeat? I know you're not talking about me or him because we both don't have one.
Guys, can you hear the heartbeat? Oh my god. Oh, the heartbeat under the floorboards! Yeah, I hear it. I hear the heartbeat under the floorboards. I hear it. Jesus Christ, Cold. Nah, you don't get the reference. Oh. Get it now? Alright. I'm the hash slinging slasher! Read in Croatian class. Alright, shut up! I'm reading. I'm reading. Hold on, you know what? What? As library. Let's do a image. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. So what? No, I need a more like moody library. You know? Hold on. Something like that. No, no, no. Oh, absolutely exquisite. Absolutely lovely. Alright. Liquid. Let me remove that. Freddy Fazbear! Freddy Fazbear! Library. Yep. Much better. Much better. And now I go to... Don't worry. I'm a professional. Your channel. Oh god, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Let's do, there we go. There's a little bit of that. Alright. There we go. For culminating the momentum story. Yeah, man. One must imagine Kona. One must imagine Kona happy. Alright. I'll read you a story now. Missing Pieces by Carly Ann West. That isn't dreaming, my grandma used to say. That's your soul getting into trouble. I was what my parents called a restless sleeper. My grandma knew better, though. It's like she was there when I closed my eyes and drifted off. When I would wake up, she'd make me wash my hands, just like she did, first thing every morning. She'd click her tongue while she scrubbed my hands raw, shaking off the water and raking them dry with a towel. You're the wandering type, she'd say sometimes. Your soul makes your body wander, makes you get lost. Then she'd watch me closely as I ran off to my room to get dressed for the day. Even after I closed the door, I could hear her scolding me. You stop that wandering, boy chick, or one day you won't make it home. That's when my dreams turned into nightmares. My grandma was nearly blind when she died, but she saw me clearer than anyone ever has. Until I met Aaron. Chapter 1. Nicholas! Now means now! Mom yells from the foot of the stairs. The house empty, her voice bounces towards me like a ball, careening off walls and straight through my aching head. Give him another minute, Lou. Dad's voice is quieter, but the sound of it still hurts. I know they think I was up all night doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, like playing video games and eating Cheez Whiz from the can, but I was actually up all night doing nothing at all. I was staring at the wall, then staring at the ceiling, then staring at the fly that got stuck on the tail end of the packing tape that came loose from the box holding my tools and 3 dismantled CB radios. We're paying for the movers by the hour, Jay. Either he comes now, or the new tenants are going to have to adopt him. Time to go, Narf, Dad says as I trudge downstairs. And I smile because Dad's trying. In her own way, I think Mom's trying too. Yikes, Dad says after Mom kissed me a little too hard on the head and walks out the door. Who eats Cheez Whiz? From the can? This kid. What? Wait. Do you want to read this, or do you want me to read one of the Bendy books I have? I have a Bendy book, 2 of them actually.
Read the Don't read Dream Comes to Life. Read the other one.
Hold on, let me.
because that one you have to read yourself. It's a very good book.
Oh no, okay, I don't think I have the other one then. I thought I did, but I do not. I have the Bible. I'm not reading you guys the Bible. Actually, what good book do I have? See, I actually got rid of almost all my books a while ago when I moved rooms.
Like you ever had some.
I did have books. I had a lot of books, actually. I just never read them. I have this one that I've never read. It's called,
Whatever happened to that big chair?
Oh, it got burnt, basically. It died big time. 2-day Bible stream. So I actually have this book that I never read. It's called Widow's Plight. God, Widow's Plight. Learning that some people are younger than me in this community is insane. Yeah. Alright. One would think that two elderly ladies, reluctant pensioners on a younger generation, would be defenseless. But Kate Basonry and Addie Prentice, what are these names? Had resources of courage and determination that were to surprise a sort of tough character. I forgot how much I disliked reading. I know it sounds weird, but I really don't like reading. What was the other one?
Makes perfect sense.
Huh?
It makes perfect sense. You don't like reading?
Yeah, I used to. What was the Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe? Yeah, the Black Cat. All right, I'll just read that the little short story poem thing. There we go. I have it. Short poem. Short story. Alright. You know what? Alright. You ready for this? Chances are I will not be reading chat because I'll be too busy reading. Now it's time to dim my lights, as you should too, and listen in while I get another bottle of water, because I'm going to need it.
He's making excuses at this point.
Oh no. You don't understand. You do not understand. You do not understand. You will never understand. You'll never understand. You'll never understand. Nothing's worth the risk. Nothing's worth the risk. Nothing's worth the risk. Nothing's worth the risk. Alright, born ready? That's what I like to hear. Alright. The Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe. Published 1845.
For the most wild, yet most homely narrative which I am about to pen, I neither expect nor solicit belief. Mad indeed would I expect it, would I to expect it, in a case where my very senses reject their own evidence. Yet mad I am not, and very surely do I not dream. But tomorrow I die, and today I would unburthen my soul. My immediate purpose is to place before the world plainly, succinctly, and without comment, a series of mere household events. In their consequences, these events have terrified, have tortured, have destroyed me. Yet, I will not attempt to expound them. To me, they have presented little but horror. To many, they will seem less terrible than Baroque's. Hereafter, perhaps, some intellect may be found which will reduce my phantasm to a commonplace. Some intellect more calm, more logical, and far less excitable than my own, which will perceive, in the circumstances I detail with awe, nothing more than an ordinary succession of very natural causes and effects. From my infancy, I was noted for the docility and humanity of my disposition. My tenderness of heart was so conspicuous as to make me the jest of my companions. I was especially fond of animals, and was indulged by my parents with a great variety of pets. With these I spent most of my time, and never was so happy as when feeding and caressing them. This peculiarity of character grew with my youth, and in my manhood. I derived from it one of the principal sources of my pleasure. To those who have cherished an affection for a faithful and sagacious dog, I need hardly be at the trouble of explaining the nature of this intensity of the gratification thus derivable. There is something in this unselfish and self-sacrificing love of a brute which goes directly to the heart of him, which has had frequent occasion to test the paltry friendship and gossamer fidelity of mere man. I married early, and was happy to find my wife a disposition not sorry. I caught something in my throat. Observing my partiality for domestic pets, she lost no opportunity for procuring those of the most agreeable kind. We had birds, goldfish, a fine dog, rabbits, a small monkey, and a cat. This latter was a remarkably large and beautiful animal, entirely black and sagacious to an astonishing degree. In speaking of this intelligence of my wife, who at heart was not a little tinctured with superstition, made frequent allusions to the ancient popular notion, which regarded all black cats as witches in disguise. Not that she was ever serious upon this point, and I mention the matter at all for no better reason than that it happens, just now, to be remembered. Pluto was the cat's name, was my favorite pet and playmate. I alone fed him, and he attended me wherever I went about the house. It was even with difficulty that I could prevent him from following me through the streets. Our friendship lasted, in this matter, for several years. For several years.
You can tell my voice is starting to give out. Already. During which my general temperance of character, through the instrumentality of fiend intemperance, had, I blush to confess it, experienced a radical alteration for the worse. I grew, day by day, more moody, more irritable, more regardless of the feelings of others. I suffered myself, to use intemperate language to my wife. At length, I even offered her personal violence. My pets, of course, were made to feel the change in my disposition, and not only neglected, but ill-used them. For Pluto, however, I still retained sufficient regard to restrain me from maltreating him, as I had no scruple of maltreating the rabbits, the monkey, or even the dog, when by accident, or through affection, they came in my way. But my disease grew upon me, for what disease is like alcohol, and at length even Pluto, who was now becoming old, and consequently somewhat peevish, even Pluto began to experience the effects of my ill temper. One night, returning home, much intoxicated from the... You know what, I think I should read this in a redneck voice. One night, returning home, much intoxicated from one of my haunts about the town, I fancied that the cat avoided my presence. I seized him, when, in his fright at my violence, he inflicted a slight wound upon my hand with his teeth. The fury of a demon instantly possessed me. I knew myself no longer. My original soul seemed at once to take its flight from my body, and a more than fiendish malevolence again nurtured, thrilled every fiber of my frame. I took my... Oh no.
Did something come up in it?
Yeah.
So don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid, I'm just a little sad. I took from my waistcoat pocket a penknife. I opened it, grasped the poor beast by the throat, and deliberately cut one of its eyes from its socket. I blush, I burn, I shudder, while I pen the damnable to atrocity. When reason returned within the morning, which I had slept off the fumes of night's debauch, I experienced a sentiment of half horror, half of remorse, for the crime of which I had been guilty, but it was, at best, a feeble and equivocal feeling, and the soul remained untouched. I again plunged into excess, and soon drowned in wine all memory of the dead. In the meantime, the cat slowly recovered. The socket of the lost eye presented, it is true, a frightful appearance, but he no longer appeared to suffer any pain. He went about the house as usual, but, as might be expected, fled in extreme terror at my approach. I had so much of my old heart left, as to be first grieved by this evident dislike of the part of the creature which had once loved me. But this feeling soon gave place to irritation, and then came, as if to my final and irrevocable overthrow, the spirit of perverseness. Of this spirit, philosophy takes no account. Yet I am not more sure why my soul lives than I am of... And I am that... hold on, I need to make the screen bigger. There we go. Yet, I am not more sure that my soul lives than I am that perverseness is one of the primitive impulses of which the human heart. One of the indivisible primary faculties or sentiments which gave me direction to the character of man, who has not 100 times found himself committing a vile or silly action, for no other reason than because he knows he should not. Have we not a perpetual inclination, in the teeth of our best judgment, to violate that which is a law, merely because we understand it to be such? This spirit of perverseness, I say, came to my final overthrow. It was this unfathomable longing of the soul to vex itself, to offer violence to its own nature, to do wrong, for the wrong's sake only, that urged me to continue and finally to consummate the injury I had inflicted upon the unoffending brute. One morning, in cold blood, I slipped the noose around its neck and hung it to the limb of a tree. Hung it with tears streaming from my eyes, and with the bitterness and remorse in my heart. Hung it because I knew it had loved me, and because I had left it, and because I felt it had given me no reason of offense. Hung it because I knew in so doing I was committing a sin, a deadly sin that would so jeopardize my immortal soul as to place it, if such a thing were possible, even beyond the reach of the infinite mercy of the most merciful and most terrible God. On the night of the day of which this cruel deed was done, I was aroused from the sleep by the cry of fire. The curtains on my bed were set in flames. The whole house was blazing. It was a great difficulty that my wife, the servant, and myself had made our escape from the conflagration. The destruction was complete. My entire wealth was swallowed up, and I resigned myself thenceforward to despair. I am above the weakness of seeking to establish a sequence of cause and effect between the disaster and the atrocity, but I am detailing the chain of facts, and I wished not to leave even the possible link imperfect. On the day succeeding the fire, I visited those ruins. The walls, with one exception, had fallen in. This exception was found in an apartment wall, not very thick, which stood about the middle of the house, and against which had rested the head of my bed. The plastering had here, in great measure, resisted the action of the fire. In fact, which I attributed to its having been recently spread. About this wall a dense crowd collected, and many persons seemed to be examining a particular portion of it, which, with every minute, with eager attention. In the words "strange" and "singular" and other similar expressions excited my curiosity. I approached and saw, as if graven in bas relief upon the white surface, the figure of a gigantic cat. The impression was given with an accuracy truly marvelous. There was a rope about the animal's neck. When I first beheld this apparition, for I could scarcely regard it as less, my wonder and terror were extreme. But at length reflection came to my aid. The cat, I remembered, had been hung in the garden adjacent to this house. Blown the alarm of fire, the garden had been immediately filled by the crowd, by some whom the animal must have been cut from the tree and thrown through an open window into my chamber. This had probably been done with the view of arousing me from sleep. The fall and other walls had compressed the victim of my cruelty into the substance of a freshly spread plaster, the lime of which, with the flames and the ammonia from the carcass, had then accomplished the portraiture as I saw it. Although I thus readily counted to my reason, if not altogether to my conscience, for the startling fact just detailed, it did not the less fail to make my deep impression upon my fancy. For months I could not rid myself of the phantasm of that cat, and during this period there came back into my spirit a half sentiment that seemed, but was not remorse. I went so far as to regret the loss of that animal, and to look about me among the vile haunts which I now habitually frequented, for another pet, the same species, and somewhat similar appearance, with which to supply its place. One night, as I saw, half stupefied in a den of more than half infamy, My attention was suddenly drawn to some black object, reposing upon the head of one of the immense hogsheads of gin or of rum, which is constituted by the chief furniture of the apartment. I had been looking steadily at the top of this hogshead for some minutes, and what now caused me surprise was the fact that I had not sooner perceived the object thereupon. I approached it, and touched it with my hand. It was a black cat, a very large one at that, fully as large as Pluto, and closely resembling him in every aspect but one. Pluto had not a white hair upon any portion of his body, but this cat had a large, although indefinite spotch of white, covering nearly the whole region of the breast. Upon my hand touching him, he immediately rose, purred loudly, rubbed against my hand, and appeared delighted with my notice. This, then, was the very creature of which I was in search. I at once offered to purchase it off the landlord, but this person made no claim to it, knew nothing of it, had never seen it before. I continued my caresses, and when I prepared to go home, the animal evinced a disposition to accompany me. I permitted it to do so, occasionally stooping and patting it as I proceeded, then reached the house and got domesticated itself at once. It became immediately a great favorite with my wife. For my own part, I soon found a dislike to it arising with me. This was just the reverse of what I had anticipated, but I knew not how or why it was. Its evident fondness for myself rather disgusted and annoyed. By slow degrees, these feelings of disgust and annoyance rose into the bitterness of hatred. I avoided the creature, a certain sense of shame, and the remembrance of my former deed of cruelty, prevented me from physically abusing it. I did not, for some weeks, strike or otherwise violently ill-use it, but gradually, very gradually, I came to look upon it with unutterable loathing, and to flee silently from its odious presence, as from the breath of a pestilence. What added, no doubt, to my hatred of the beast was the discovery, on the morning after I brought it home, that, like Pluto, it had also been derived of one of its eyes. The circumstance, however, only endeared it to my wife, who, as I have already said, possessed in a high degree that humanity of feeling which had once been my distinguishing trait, and the source of many of my simplest and purest pleasures. With my aversion to this cat, however, its partiality for myself seemed to increase. It followed my footsteps with pertinacity, which it would be difficult to make the reader comprehend. Whenever I sat, it would crouch behind my... Hold on, I need to take a drink real quick. Good water. Whenever I sat, it would crouch beneath my chair, or spring upon my knees, covering me with its loathsome caresses. If I rose to walk, it would get between my feet and thus nearly throw me down, or, fastening its long and sharp claws in my dress, clamber, in this manner, to my breast. At such times, although I longed to destroy it with a blow, I was yet withheld from doing so, partly by memory of my former crime, but chiefly, let me confess it at once, the absolute dread of this beast. This dread was not exactly a dread of physical evil, and yet I should be at loss for how otherwise to define it. I am almost ashamed to own, yes, even in this felon's cell, I am almost ashamed to own that terror and horror with which that animal inspired me had been heightened by one of my merest chimeras. Goofy word. It would be possible to conceive. My wife had called my attention more than once to the character of the mark of white hair, of which I had spoken, but it just constituted the sole visible difference between the strange beast and the one I had destroyed. The reader will remember that this mark, although large, had been originally very indefinite. but by slow degrees nearly imperceptible, and for which a long time my reason struggled to reject it as fanciful, it had, at lengthened, assumed a rigorous distinctness of outline. It was now the representation of an object that I shuddered to name, and oh God, and for this, above all, I loathed and dreaded, and would have to rid myself of the monster I had dared. It was now, I say, the image of a hideous, of a ghastly thing, of the gallows! Oh, mournful and terrible engine of horror and of crime, of agony and of death! And now I indeed wretched beyond the wretchedness of mere humanity, and a brute beast whose fellow I had contemptuously destroyed. A brute beast to work out for me. For me, a man fashioned with the image of the high God. So much as insufferable woe. Alas! Neither by day nor night I knew the blessing of rest any more. During the former, the creature left me no moment alone, and in the latter I started hourly from dreams of unutterable fear to find the hot breath of the thing upon my face, in its vast weight, its incarnate nightmare I had no power to shake off, incumbent eternally upon my heart. Beneath the pressure of torments such as these, the feeble remnant of the good within me succumbed. Evil thoughts became my sole inmates. The darkness and most evil of thoughts. The moodiness of my usual temper increased of hatred of all things and all of mankind, while from the sudden, infrequent, and ungovernable outbursts of a fury to which I now blindly abandoned myself, my uncomplaining wife, alas, was the most usual and most patient of sufferers. One day she accompanied me, upon some household errand, into the cellar of the old building which our poverty compelled us to inhabit. Cat followed me down the steep stairs, and nearly throwing me headlong, exasperated me to madness. Uplifting an axe, and forgetting in my wrath the childish dread which had hitherto stayed my hand, I aimed a blow at that animal, which of course would have proved instantly fatal. It had been descended as I wished. But this blow was arrested by the hand of my wife. Goaded by the interference into a rage more than demoniacal, I withdrew my arm from her and gasped and buried the axe in her brain. She fell dead upon the spot without a groan. This hideous murder accomplished, I set myself forthwith, and with the entire deliberation to the task of concealing the body, I knew I could not move it from the house, either by day or by night, without the risk of being observed by the neighbors. Many projects entered my mind, and at one period I thought of cutting the corpse into minute fragments and destroying them in fire. At another, I resolved to dig a grave for it in the back of the cellar. Again, I deliberated about casting it in the well of the yard, about packing it in a box as if merchandise, with the usual arrangements, and so getting the porter to take it from the house. Finally, I hit upon what I considered the far better expedient than either of these. I determined to wall it up in the cellar, as the monks in the Middle Ages are recorded to have walled up their victims. For a purpose such as this, the cellar was well adapted. Its walls were loosely constructed, and had lately been plastered throughout and with a rough plaster, which the dampness of the atmosphere had prevented from hardening. Moreover, in one of the walls there was a projection, caused by a false chimney, or fireplace, which had not been filled up, and made to resemble the rest of the cellar. I had made no doubt that I could readily displace the bricks at this point, insert the corpse, and wall up the hole as before, so that no eye could detect anything suspicious. And in this calculation I was not deceived. By any means of a crowbar I easily dislodged the bricks, and having carefully deposited the body against the inner wall. I propped it up in the position, while, with a little trouble, I relaid the whole structure as it originally stood. Having procured mortar, sand, and hair, with every possible precaution, I prepared a plaster which could not be distinguished from the old, and with this I very carefully went over the new brickwork. When I had finished, I felt satisfied that all was right. The wall did not present the slightest appearance of having been disturbed. The rubbish on the floor was picked up with the minutest care, and I looked around triumphantly and said to myself, "Here, at least, then, my labor has not been in vain." My next step was to look for the beast which had been the cause of so much wretchedness, for I, at length, firmly resolved to put it to death. Had I been able to meet with it at that moment, there could have been no doubt its fate. But it appeared that this crafty animal had been alarmed at the state of violence of my previous anger, and forbore to present itself in my present mood.
You got some good water?
Oh yeah, it's so good. Yum. All right, where was I? All right. And for bored to present itself in my present mood, it is impossible to describe or to imagine the blissful sense of relief which the absence of the detested creature occasioned in my bosom. 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 It did not make its appearance during the night, and thus, for one night at least, since its introduction to the house, I soundly and tranquilly slept. I slept even with the burden of murder upon my soul. Second and third day passed, and still my tormentor came not. Once again I breathed as a free man. The monster, in terror, had fled the premise forever. I should behold it no more. My happiness was supreme. The guilt of my dark deed disturbed me but a little. Some of my inquiries had been made, but these had been readily answered. Even a search had been instituted, but of course nothing was to be discovered. I looked upon my future felicity as secured. How close am I? Okay, only 4 more paragraphs. Upon the 4th day of the assassination, a party of police came, very unexpectedly, into the house and proceeded again to make rigorous investigation of the premises. Secure, however, in the inscrutability of my place of concealment, I felt no embarrassment whatever. The officers bade me company in them in their search. Sorry, I'm a little stupid sometimes.
Sometimes.
They man, shut up! I will beat you. They left no nook nor corner unexplored. At length, for the 3rd or 4th time, they ascended into the cellar. I quivered not in a muscle. My heart beat calmly as that of one who slumbers in innocence. I walked the cellar from end to end, folded my arms upon my bosom, and roamed easily to and fro. The police were thoroughly satisfied and prepared to depart. The glee at my heart was too strong to be restrained. I burned to say it, but one word, by way of triumph, and to render doubly sure their assurance of my guiltiness. My guiltlessness, pardon.
Gentlemen,
I said at last, as the party ascended the steps.
I delight to have allayed your suspicions. I wish you all health, and a little more courtesy. By the by, gentlemen, this is a very well constructed house.
In the rapid desire to say something easily, I scarcely knew what I uttered at all.
I may say, an excellently well constructed house. These walls. Are you going, gentlemen? These walls are solidly put together.
And here, through my mere frenzy of bravado, I rapped heavily. With a cane which I held in my hand, upon that very portion of brickwork behind which stood the corpse of the wife of my bosom. But may God shield and deliver me from the fangs of this arch-fiend. Oh wait, this is supposed to be. Alright, I have to take another sip of water real quick. I gotta. Emotion with passion. But may God shield and deliver me from the fangs of arch-fiend. No sooner had the reverberation of my blow sunk in silence than I was answered by a voice from within the tomb, by a cry, at first muffled and broken like the sobbing of a child, and then quickly swelled into one long, loud, and continuous stream, utterly anonymous and inhuman. A howl, a wailing shriek, half of horror and half of triumph, as if it may have arisen only out of hell, conjointly from the throats of the damned in their agony, of the demons that exult in the damnation. Of my own thoughts it is solely to speak, swooning. I staggered to the opposite wall, and for one instant the party upon the stairs remained motionless. The extremity of terror and of awe. In the next, a dozen stout arms toiling at the wall. It felt bodily. The corpse, already greatly decayed and clotted with gore, stood erect in front of the eyes of the suspectors. Upon its head, with a red hand, extended mouth, and solitary eye of fire, sat the hideous beast whose craft had seduced me into murder, and whose informing voice had consigned me to the hangman. I had walled the monster up within the tomb. And that is all she wrote.
Was that the end?
Yep, that's all she wrote. Pretty cool, right?
Yes, next time you need to do the Odyssey.
How long is the Odyssey?
It's a poem. It's a pretty good. You ain't gonna be able to just completely. Like, you're only gonna read a little bit of it, unless you want to spend a couple hours.
It's probably fine. Do not read in the dark. Reading in the dark is critical on your eyes. I'm reading it on my laptop, doofuses.
Where do you see these comments at?
I'm cool like that. Off to a great start. The accent. Which accent? See, it's funny you do this voice, considering how Poe felt about his cousin. Oh dear, this part. Not the cat. Wait, did he kill the fucking cat? Why am I sleepy? Yes. It's a bedtime story. I'm gonna head out. Sleepy time to retire. Yeah. Alright, good night. Who is still here? Hello. Free man. Human, confirmed. Ooh, black cat. 10 out of 10. Yes, I like to give what I read passion and voice and you know.
Some character.
And character. Absolutely. Well, that's all she wrote for this one, I feel. I'm gonna end the stream here. I
reckon this will be farewell.
This is, in fact, farewell. But only for a while. For tomorrow I stream once more. Hopefully all day. And of course, I will be doing what I always do. I will be voice acting. Yippee! Because I have nothing better to do. Yep. So, yeah. Let me go to my channel. There we go. Yippee. Yep. It's time. It's time to say goodbye. Actually, what? First, I'm gonna get rid of the library. Then I'm gonna remove the applications. There we go. Alright. There we go. Oh, wait. I don't have the, whatever. I'm just gonna end the stream here, okay? I'm just gonna end it. Farewell, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. For everyone who has tuned in, thank you for listening to me ramble on and on. Can't wait for tomorrow. Make sure to get a good night's sleep. And, yeah. I'll see you there. Build a Walmart there. The United States, whenever they get new land. We need a Walmart right here. And maybe a McDonald's. A Waffle House. Farewell, Gunner. Farewell.